Welcome to lecture number 4 of Automated Data Analysis using AI and Excel Macros for Sustainable Research. In this lecture, we'll look at Excel macros and create your first Excel macro. Excel macro is a set of instructions or code that can be used to automate tasks. These are written in Visual Basic for Applications, also known as VBA, a programming language within Excel. Macros can be used for a wide range of tasks, including but not limited to data importing, formatting, sorting, data visualization, performing iterative calculations and optimization, developing custom functions, and generating reports. Macros can be created by simply recording your actions using the macro record feature or by writing a code from scratch in the Excel VBA editor. Excel macros are part of the Excel Developer ribbon. If the Excel Developer ribbon is not available in your Excel, it can be enabled through the Excel Options Customize ribbon. However, before we go any further, it has to be noted that Excel macros written in VBA can interact directly with your computer's operating system and are susceptible to malware attack. To protect users, Microsoft configures macros security inside Excel's Trust Center. You can locate these by navigating to File, Options, Trust Center Settings, and Macro Settings. The recommended setting is Disable VBA macros with notification. This means you'll be able to select which files can run a macro by enabling when notified. Recording a macro is the process of using Excel's built-in screen recorder to track your mouse clicks and keystrokes. Excel automatically translates your physical actions into clean VBA code behind the scenes. When you play the macro back, Excel perfectly recreates those exact steps in a fraction of a second. The following are the steps for recording your macro. Step 1. Set up your Excel file with all the necessary variables, functions, parameters, etc. that will be used as an input to your macro. Before recording, plan what you want to do so you avoid unnecessary actions. Step 2. Navigate to the Developer tab and click on Record Macro. Step 3. Provide a name for your macro. Avoid spaces in the name and don't start with a number. Step 4. Perform the operations to record. Once the recording starts, most of the things you do in Excel, selecting cells, formatting, typing, etc. will be recorded as part of the macro. Make sure you are performing simple operations at a time to minimize recording errors. Step 5. Navigate to the Developer tab and stop recording the macro. Step 6. Go to the Developer tab, click on Macros, select the macro you recorded, and click Run. Step 7. You save your workbook as a macro-enabled file. Go to File, Save As, select the Excel macro-enabled workbook, file format, and save it. Alright, let's record your first simple macro. Here we have a list of x values in a column. We'll create a function f of x based on these x values and create a macro to calculate these values for all x values in the column. Since we have everything ready, let's start recording. Go to the Developer tab and hit Record Macro. Choose any macro name without spaces. Also, the name shouldn't have a number at the start. Hit OK. Now all our Excel actions will be recorded. Let's start with creating a function f of x. In this case, f of x equal to 3 times x squared plus exponent of minus x divided by 2 times x to the power of 0.5. Let's copy this function in this cell. Now you can drag this formula into other cell. Excel's drag feature is one of the best things about Excel that makes operations very easy. Now we have calculated f of x for all x's. Let us format the f of x column a little bit. Okay, now let's stop recording. Time to save this file. Click Save As and select Excel macro enabled workbook file or .xlsm. If you save this as a regular Excel file, for example .xlsx, all the information will be lost. Let's delete everything we did so far with f of x and run the macro to see if it works. Go to Macros, select and run. Alright, it worked. We have successfully automated this task. Let's make it simpler and add a button to do this task. For this, let's go to the Developer tab again and insert and select button control. Select the location that you want on the worksheet and then click, and then select the corresponding macro that the button needs to activate. Then click OK. We can edit this button by right-clicking on it. Let's name it f of x. Okay, let's try this now. Great, it works. Now let us add an erase macro. Start recording the macro again. Erase all the data, remove all the formatting, and once done, let's stop recording. Let us insert a new button and connect it to the new macro. Let us name this button as Erase. Okay, now let us try everything together. Great, we have automated these processes into 2 button clicks. Alright, so that's all about creating your very first macro using the macro record feature. See you in the next lecture.